Hey there, and welcome back to Science Boob. Today, we're going to tackle something that sounds, well, impossible. We are going to try and visualize the fourth dimension. It's a place we literally can't see or point to, but stick with me, because by the end of this, you're going to get it in a way you never thought you could. You've seen this thing before, right? In movies, in posters, everywhere. It's called a tesseract, and it's basically the poster child for the fourth dimension. It's mesmerizing, it's weird, and it's supposed to be a 4D cube. But what if I told you that's not really true? Yep, you heard me, a shadow. The image we all think of as a tesseract is no more a 4D object than your shadow on the sidewalk is you. It's a flat, distorted projection of something way, way weirder. So, if we want to understand the real deal, we have to start by understanding its shadow. So, to get to the truth, we've got to go back to basics. We're going to build our understanding from the ground up, one dimension at a time. This Reddit user, ScadeWin, just nails it. Our brains are amazing, but they simply weren't built for this stuff. And that's totally okay. Because think about it, you can learn a lot about a real 3D person just by looking at their 2D shadow. We're going to use that exact same trick. All right, it's time to start our climb. Let's call it the dimension ladder. And the best part? There's just one simple move you need to learn, and we're just going to repeat it over and over to get all the way up to 4D. You ready? Okay, so we start with nothing, 0D, a single lonely point with nowhere to go. Now take that point and stretch it. Boom, you get a line. That's one dimension. You with me? Okay, now take that line and stretch it in a new direction at a perfect right angle. Bam, a square, 2 dimensions. You know what to do next, right? Take that whole square and stretch it in yet another new direction at a right angle to the first 2. And voila, a cube, 3 dimensions. Welcome to our world. See that pattern? You see the pattern, don't you? A point becomes a line becomes a square becomes a cube. So what's next? We're just gonna do that exact same thing one more time. And this is where things get really fun. Okay, get ready. We take our entire 3D cube and we stretch it, but where? We stretch it into a new 4th spatial dimension, a direction that is at a perfect right angle to up, down, left, right, and forward, back. The object you get from doing that, that's a hypercube. That's a tesseract. Go on, try it right now. Try to point in a direction that's 90 degrees from up, down, left, right, forward, and back, all at the same time. Yeah. You can't do it. Our physical bodies just can't. But you know what can? Math. For math, this is easy peasy. The equations work out perfectly. And if you need proof that this isn't just some sci-fi fantasy, look at this. Just look at the pure math. A square has 4 corners. A cube has 8. A tesseract, 16. It doubles perfectly. A cube is built from 6 flat square faces, but a tesseract, it's literally built out of 8 whole cubes. The pattern is flawless, it's beautiful. Okay, mind blown, good. Now that we have an idea of what a real tesseract is built like, let's go back to that weird, wobbly shadow we started with and finally figure out what on earth we're looking at. So here's the key idea. A 3D object, like a cube, casts a 2D shadow on a wall, right? Well, a 4D object, like a tesseract, casts a 3D shadow into our space. That cube within a cube, that's the shadow. In a weird way, our whole universe is the wall that the shadow is being projected on. Let's make it simpler. Forget 4D for a second. Just picture a wireframe cube and you're shining a flashlight on it from above. The shadow it makes on the floor would look like a big square with a smaller square inside it, right? The bottom of the cube is further away from the light, so its shadow is smaller. That's just normal, everyday perspective. Now, let's look at our tesseract shadow again. That weird, pulsing, inside-out motion. It's not actually warping or changing size. It's doing the exact same thing as that simple cube shadow. It's just perspective, but it's perspective in 4 dimensions. So that small cube on the inside isn't actually little. It's just the part of the tesseract that's further away from us in that invisible 4th direction. And as the real 4D tesseract rotates, the far cube swings around and becomes the near cube, and the near one becomes the far one. That's it, that's the whole illusion. So what's the big takeaway here? What does all of this really mean for us? Well, it tells us something pretty incredible about the limits of our senses, but also the power of our minds. Here's the kicker. We can't see in 4D, but honestly, we don't even really see in 3D. Our eyes have flat 2D retinas. Our brain is just this amazing supercomputer that takes two flat pictures and builds a rich 3D model of the world in our head. And that's the cool part. Our minds can go where our eyes can't. We can use patterns and analogies like this one to understand things we can never physically see. And get this, studies have actually shown that people can be trained to navigate virtual 4D mazes. How amazing is that? And all of this leaves us with one last truly mind-bending question. If this thing we've been looking at the whole time is just a 3D shadow, what does the real 4D object actually look like? And if our world can be a shadow of a 4D reality, what other shadows from even higher dimensions might be falling all around us, completely unnoticed? Definitely something to think about. Thank you so much for climbing the dimension ladder with me today. If you enjoyed this explainer, make sure you subscribe to ScienceSip for more deep dives into the biggest questions in the universe. Until next time, stay curious.